inspiration is realizing the main things in problems or solving problems.
We are realizing a lot of people do that. No, I will not take you up because people who were not allowed to do. Okay. So realizing others. All right, so I can see now that most of you are going into the concept of realization and know what we mean by here. Realization and it's different, people have different observation, we see others' action, realizing in things, and Barak said we see what others can't see. And this is all about observation. And along when we are going to talk about inspiration, observation is the main tool that we use it always with us so we can use the inspiration. We can see the things among. We know for observation, the main things that we use is our eye to collect the data. And in all researches, social studies, you will always hear the word observation. And it's like a main method of data collection way to do this observation. But in reality, observation and inspiration is a little bit different. When they taught me observation, when I was studying, we used to use the method of observation when we go and we see how people act and react and the other things. But then we use the other data collection separately. For example, we do data analysis separately. We do a documentary analysis separately. We use whatever other method, the questionnaire separately. In inspiration, when we are using this method of observation, we try to observe everything. We don't only observe people. We observe the people, we observe the data. We don't only analyze the data, but we observe it, and we try to link it to other things. We observe the environment, we observe the needs, we observe the gaps, we observe the opportunities. So observations here goes on everything. And the more we become, and we don't observe what others want to see us to observe. One of the secrets of inspiration. Normally, when sometimes you go for any problem, or when we go to the club there, or when we went to Marhamat, or we went to anywhere else, what they try to tell us, they try to tell us their problem, they want to drive us to their problem. They want us to stand in their square of the problem where they see it. Some of them, they only see their problem as financial. And if it's solved, that's it. So they want you to observe this area. In inspiration, you should use the tools that you don't observe what they want you to observe. You observe the opportunity behind what they say. You don't observe the area they want you to observe. And this is one of the main methods we are going to talk about. But to understand why we observe different things, maybe we need to know more about what is an inspiration economy. An inspiration economy is linked to inspiration and socio-economy. Today the world, we can't talk about social effects separately or economic effects separately. Socio-economy is something integrated. We can't have them, and we always never have them. I mean, if you go through all the history of the changes, the social changes, political changes, movements, from the communists, from whatever waves was there, it was always socio-economical changes. So you can't change one aspect without changing the other. And always the social changes will affect the economical changes. So you need always to pair this in your mind when you observe, and you know through observation you want to move this area, and inspiration is affected of it. And of course, the way you are going to do this inspiration in this socio-economic concept, here you are going to add to this economy, and it's going to be the currency of inspiration. Here it's going to be the added value. The example I was telling you, if they want you to observe only their needs, and you go and observe it and you analyze it that they are in financial need, you are not doing an inspiration changes here. The secret of doing this inspiration economy is that you do it without resources. And this is through different kind of observation you are going to do. And of course, within an inspiration economy, when I'm talking about even the method of observation and inspiration economy, it's the same method. It's applied to individuals, societies, and organizations. It's not something, so if I was able to inspire individuals, I'll be able to inspire organization and a society. So it's the same kind of changes and waves I can apply. It's the same applies of observation you use. Okay, little bit different technique according to the size and the needs or whatever you are using, but it's the same model and way of thinking of inspiration. So, and now, what is an inspiration and how can we create it? It was something that we little bit talked about yesterday. I think this slide was explained yesterday by Dr. Mohammed. Do you remember it? You remember it? Yes, okay. So it's the most important thing you need to know. You need to think about the logical thing, not only the logical thinking. And we always say you need to touch the heart, touch the mind, touch the spirit, and from there you need to think differently. Don't think only always logical thinking. The same method of observation. Don't observe what they want you to observe. That's the logical thinking. I go, they give me this data, they tell me they are in need, so I observe it. Whatever they say. That's a logical thinking that we were talking about there. Okay, now here, so about abundance thinking, and also this is something that yesterday we talked about. And what do you remember when we were talking about abundance thinking? You remember when you talk about, is the word a one cake that we all should share? Yes. Or it's a lots of cakes in this word? Who believes that the word is only one cake?
I believe.
You believe the word is only one cake?
And it should be shared by everyone.
You believe it's one cake and should be shared by everyone?
Yeah.
Who believes that the word is a lot more than one cake? You, yes. Because we always can bake a new cake. I mean, there is no way that the opportunity will end. If it's only one cake, no matter how much you share it, you will be always scared that's going to finish. And the abundance thinking, the example he gave yesterday, I have my bakery here, another shop open next to me, I will change my method. I will do something else. I'll open another one. I didn't have a job in the government, it's not end of the world. It's not the best thing to work with them. I will have other things. So this is the abundance thinking. There are always different cakes here in the world. And the only way for me to know what are the different cakes here is, one of it is the method of observation. So here where I need to know more and more and experiment the things more, and here's the secret of inspiration, and more think more about the opportunities there. And the main thing here is about mindset thinking. It's about how I think of the things. My mindset was that things are going just to finish and end, and if I didn't get any job here in Bosnia, I just need to migrate because there are no more any resources here. That means my mindset is very limited because I can see all the opportunities are around me. So the more I use my observation, I'm going to look at the opportunities there and I'm going to find them. And this was that's lots of the names of successful stories that Dr. Mohammed was telling us about yesterday were showing us how did they find the opportunities there. Even if Einstein people thought that there is no opportunity, he thought that no, in his theory there is an opportunity of finding that he's going to bring it. Okay.
Just quickly, I wanted to explain that here why we brought inspiration economy. Many people they ask us from where we brought inspiration from, including my colleague Ibrahim. There is today already we know what we call this an economy, well-established economy called experiential economy. Experiential economy, you will find it, for example, with the global companies. Again, McDonald's will be a good example. When you go and now McDonald's in Tokyo, or McDonald's in India, or McDonald's in Bahrain, or McDonald's in Sarajevo, all of them you are expecting the same service. Your experience of McDonald's became so much that you trust McDonald's. So frankly, even for me, if I don't find I'm worried about the area that I'm visiting, usually I'll go and eat McDonald's, even though I don't like to eat McDonald's, but I know that I'll get the minimal service that I have experienced. And this is what is called experiential economy. They base their model based on what we call it experiential economy. And this is something that is very interesting because it is based on abundance. Abundance thinking. It means that the whole world is so much that I can, for example, in India, what they did vegetarian hamburger, right? In Tokyo, you see that, for example, they used lots of sushi techniques in their hamburger and so on. So this is an example of what we call abundance thinking because they developed their model even with the area. Another issue about economy is a transitional economy, which means that these economies that already they are moving from, they are doing transformation for their economy, and they have changed a lot of styles. For example, again, Singapore would be a good example. Singapore came from a country that is only a port to a country that is one of the best tourist countries in the world, the best, again, transition point for all the type of transitions, including, by the way, يعني اللي هو airport, and so the largest free again zone is Singapore, and so on. So this means what means a transition economy, and again it is based on abundance thinking. I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I diversify my approach in order to solve my problems and overcome my diversity. So diversity in transitional economy is actually is a strength. So here, if you are having Catholics, Muslims, Orthodox, Jews, and so on in Bosnia, this is a rich environment for making what we call it the fiber of the community. They call it vibrant societies. Why do they call it vibrant societies? Because they are living with each other with high resilience. Okay, the resilience, their ability to adapt is very high, and this is what we miss. Most of us, we remember only wars, remember only the negative thing. But in reality, even in Islam, we are asked to be more resilient towards others. The more we are resilient, the more we can absorb. Okay, we have to be careful, but at the same time, we have to be more resilient. And this is what we, again, about transitional economy and uniqueness about it. And then there is the service economy, which all of us know. Lots of countries they use, including Bahrain, they depend a lot on service economy, which means that you can open lots of businesses relevant to services. You don't need to make products. So lots of services we can do, and we can be innovative in services, endless services. So for example, if I have this product, I can do from it lots of services, right? What type of service I can do from this product? Anyone? Design, okay. What else? Books, okay. And I can do lots of things, okay. I can do lots of service. That means the ideas that I'm gonna get from only one product, okay. Delivering it, using it, again, lots of ideas that I can bring. And if we can make a workshop on that, I'm sure that we can bring hundreds of ideas on this. And this is what we call inspiration economy. It means that all of these people, they use the abundance thinking already, and for that we can use all of these techniques in order to bring our inspiration economy, because we can see life with full opportunities and seeing life. And this is what we are saying. If you observe things and you are saying, oh, there is only one opportunity, then you are not a good observer. The more you observe your problems, why we are talking about this? We are not theory-based. We are not academics, by the way. We are practitioners more than being academics. We are telling you that because you should observe the migration problem as an opportunity. Migration problem as an opportunity. You should see the quality of life team, the problems that you are having, again, as an opportunity. You should see the entrepreneurship issue, that you don't have enough entrepreneurship spirit in this bihaj, as an opportunity. It's not a threat. So I should not deal it as a person who's selling inspiration economy. You guys, you are selling inspiration economy. You're supposed to not to see things the negative way, because your observation, if it's already based on a negative way, then you're not going to see lots of opportunities. And that's why we are emphasizing on this slide.
Okay. Now, what target citizens and communities with an aspiration mindset do we have? We have different people who are living around us, even all over the world. We are people who know that they are living but not alive. Do you know any of these people? Yes, I know a lot. Even me, sometimes I go into that zone. So, no reaction thinking. They are always defensive. No matter what you tell them, before they listen even or a comment from you, they just want to defend themselves. There are people who are always with scarcity. They always think that, oh, this is my cake. Oh, I'm working in this, no one else should work in it. Because if they come to my area, they are going to take my job. They are going to take my position. They are going to take my salary. They are going to take my whatever area I'm thinking of. He's stolen my idea about. And here we are talking about people who are abundance, who think that they are creative and the world is so big. No matter what we have, whatever, I open a tailoring shop, They've opened next to me, but I can change my style. I can brand it. I branded another brand open. I can open another line with it. I've done this. Someone else. And abundance thinking, you think opposite way. I say that if others can do what I can do, I will not waste my time. That's good. That means they've took my knowledge and now I can go a step further. Because if I'll get stuck always doing this job and no one is learning and copying me, I'll be stuck in this job for my whole life. I'll be doing the same project I was doing always. But the more people copy me, it's the more chance for me to improve myself. And the most difficult, of course, and the higher one is to being inspired. So then here you always will be seeing the big picture that we were talking about yesterday. So you need to know here where you want to put yourself. How are you going to move? And all of us go sometime from a stage to another. And always we say that people who are living but not alive in scarcity, they work in a spoon-feed society. And even back home, Dr. Muhammad, sometime he's saying for us, he used to tell us, and he's telling me also sometimes, that we like even shewel feeding. Shewel in English? Shower, yes, okay. Yes, so it's not even spoon feeding. We want everything ready. Oh, I want to come to this farm, I want everything ready. I don't want to make anything. Tell me, step by step, how it's going to be. Otherwise, we don't know how to do. You do the work for us. And then the more and more you become, then you become independent and you do the work. And the more you reach to the inspire, you are going to be healthier, you will be a value-added society, and you will face the challenges more and you will be happy to do more challenges and you will have more vibrant and then inspiring society. And moving from stage by stage is not going to come by coincidence, it's also by using a method of observation. Because then you will know that you don't need someone to feed you this info, you are going to observe the opportunity and create the changes there. So it's, when we talk about IIE care mechanism of activities, we go about discovery things. We have, as we said, individuals, humans, societies, organizations. And we need to be optimistic, and I think here where yesterday you stopped on this, about this idea, and how can we apply the method of discovery. I think of lots of the teams we are going to see today, when they are going to present what they have done, the first thing they try to discover the area. What are the problems? Then they try to come and be optimized about it. They are going to discover the problems, how they are going to do it. And then when we know it and we apply, that we what we were saying yesterday, if we can apply a model in a school, then we can apply it the whole area. So it's always about the discovering the area I can work in. I work in a models and inspiration economy. You can't say, no, I want to look to change the whole Bosnia in one day. I want to look to change the whole world in one day. Because it's not going to work. Because even you don't know what you are saying, even if it's right or no. It doesn't mean if I have a law to forbid, for example, gambling next to the school or to forbid migration from this country, is it going to be better? Of course, no, because other problems may come there. Always apply your model, discover it, know about it more, and then you can apply it in other places. And this will make it more sustainable, because then you are going to know all the tools, know the hows, you know how it's going to be advantages, disadvantages, obstacles. You are going to do it without power, so you are going to be more powerful about it. And again, for all this, it's all about discovering the appreciations of discovery. In fact, you create a model and then you process and generalize the idea about it.
I want to explain it a different way than Victoria, thank you very much, so that we can emphasize this. This is one of the most important slides for each team, okay? Because you should come with your own formula. What is the change formula that you are using in migration? What is the change formula you are using in quality of life and so on? And for discovery, as we said, in order to discover nature, we say that we're giving you a hint. You cannot discover unless you build up what we call a model, right? Agreed?
Yeah.
And in order to build up a model, you have to observe, like Dr. Dunya was saying. And in order to again create a model and observe, we need to first see what are the visualization, what are the challenges, what are the things that we'll go through in order